What's the most awkward situation you've ever been in? I matched with Santiago on a dating app. His profile featured photos of him hiking at a concert, and one dressed up for what looked like a wedding. We exchanged messages for a week before meeting for coffee. Santiago arrived 15 minutes late, but brought me a small chocolate as an apology. He asked questions about my family, hobbies, and where I grew up, but changed the subject whenever I asked about his past relationships or family. After our coffee date, Santiago texted me every day for a week before asking me out again. Our second date was at a local brewery. Santiago paid for everything and insisted on driving me home despite my offer to call a rideshare. Outside my apartment, he kissed me goodnight but didn't push to come inside when I said I was tired. During the next 2 weeks, Santiago and I went on one more casual date to a movie. He always seemed to have his phone on silent and facing down on the table. When I jokingly asked if he was hiding something, Santiago laughed and put his phone in his pocket, dismissing my concern by saying it was just work emails. 3 weeks after our first meeting, Santiago invited me to dinner at an expensive restaurant downtown. He suggested Friday at 7:30 p.m. and mentioned he made reservations already. I agreed and spent extra time getting ready that evening. Santiago picked me up at 7:15, wearing a navy blue suit and smelling like expensive cologne. In the car, he kept checking his rearview mirror and adjusting his tie. When we arrived at the restaurant, Santiago requested a table in the back corner despite there being window seats available with a view of the city. The hostess seated us, and Santiago positioned himself facing away from the entrance. He ordered wine for both of us without asking what I preferred. Santiago kept the conversation focused on me throughout the appetizers. Whenever I tried asking about his family, he would redirect with a question about my job or compliment my appearance. His behavior seemed strange compared to our previous dates, like he was more nervous or distracted. Halfway through our main course, Santiago placed his hand on my knee under the table. The gesture felt oddly possessive rather than affectionate. As I was about to say something about it, I noticed my mom entering the restaurant. My mom, Tessa, was dressed in a black cocktail dress and heels, clearly there for a dinner date. She appeared to be looking for someone. Since Santiago's back was to the entrance, he hadn't noticed her yet. I started to raise my hand to wave when I saw my mom's face light up as she spotted our table, or more specifically, the back of Santiago's head. Tessa walked directly toward us, her smile fading instantly when she saw me sitting across from Santiago. For a moment, we all just stared at each other. Santiago turned around when he noticed my expression change. His face went completely blank before he awkwardly stood up. Mom asked what I was doing there, surprise evident in her voice. I explained I was on a date, gesturing toward Santiago. Santiago cleared his throat. Tessa, what a coincidence. Scarlett and I are just friends. My mom's expression hardened as she reminded him he'd told her he was working late tonight. That's when everything clicked. My mom and I share the same last name, Parker. Santiago had somehow been dating both of us without realizing we were related. According to the look on my mom's face, they'd been seeing each other for longer than my 3 weeks. My mom noticed Santiago's hand still resting on my knee. Without hesitation, she picked up her glass of red wine and threw it directly at Santiago's face. The dark liquid splashed across his white shirt and expensive suit. I grabbed my water glass and emptied it over his head, sarcastically questioning his just friends claim. I didn't know you were related, Santiago exclaimed. We have the same last name, my mom and I said simultaneously. The restaurant had gone silent. Other diners stared openly at our table while the manager hurried over. Santiago claimed he never paid attention to last names on the dating app and had saved my mom's number simply as Tessa. He insisted it was all a misunderstanding. I demanded to know how long he'd been seeing my mother. Santiago admitted to 3 months but tried to downplay the relationship's seriousness. My mom laughed coldly. The manager asked us to leave. As we gathered our things, Santiago continued making excuses. He claimed he thought my mom and I just happened to have the same last name since Parker was common. He said he hadn't connected the dots when my mom mentioned having a daughter my age. In the parking lot, Santiago tried one more time to explain himself. He said he was going to break things off with one of us soon anyway. My mom blocked his number that night. I did the same after sending him a text telling him never to contact either of us again.